How can a story from the 1300s affect people in the world today? Easily. We see influences of ancient world literature resonating with current movies and stories. For instance, 1001 Nights, also known as Arabian Nights. Sounds familiar, right?
Arabian Nights, like Arabian days.
That's right, Disney's Aladdin. Today I will compare and contrast these two stories. 1001 Nights starts out with the Sultan killing his wife for sleeping with another man, which I can see why this was left out of the children's version. However, afterwards, the Sultan kills every wife he has the night of their marriage. Now I know what you're thinking, Shay, how can that possibly relate to a Disney's kid movie? Well, if you recall, Jasmine was not very fond of her suitors and turned them all away after she has her pet tiger, Raja, play with them.
Confound it, Raja! So, this is why Prince Ahmed stormed out.
Oh, Father. Raja was just playing with him. Weren't you, Raja? You were just playing with that overdressed, self-absorbed Prince Ahmed, weren't you?
It is about as close as you can get to the Sultan while keeping it PG. There are also other similarities between the two Arabian stories. In 1001 Nights, a brave woman named Scheherazade captures the Sultan by telling stories each night, while on the other hand, the street rat Aladdin captures Jasmine's attention by taking her on a wonderful carpet ride and telling a story of his own, that he is a prince.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid.
Now let's back up to the good storyteller Scheherazade. She is actually the Sultan Vizier's daughter, and let's compare that to this scene.
Oh, wait a minute, Jafar. What if you were the chump husband?
What?
Okay, you marry the princess, all right? And you become the sultan.
Marry the shrew. I become Sultan? The idea has merit.
Yes, married, yes! And then we drop Papa-in-law and the little woman off a cliff. Yeah! Curse splat!
Intent aside, he does sound similar to the Sultan who is threatening to kill his vizier's daughter. Luckily, she is a good storyteller and able to evade death. In 1001 Nights, sorcerers were seen as bringers of justice. An example of this takes place in the fable titled The Old Man and the Hind, on page 16. The old man's wife, being jealous that her husband had an affair with their slave and produced a son, learned the dark arts and turned them into cows. She convinced her husband to sacrifice the cow that was his slave and almost succeeded in doing the same to their son. Now, whether or not this is justice is arguable, but it is evident that in that time it is considered a crime, because in the next paragraph, the old man's farmer's daughter said she could change the cow that was his son back into a man on two conditions: that she gets to marry him, and she can punish the wife as she sees fit. So the farmer's daughter turned the wife into a hind. Let's compare that to Aladdin. The only sorcerer to make an appearance is Jafar, who, like the wife in the fable, is overtaken by jealousy. But instead of turning others into animals, he turns himself into a snake to have more power. In this instance, the sorcerer is conveyed as a villain, similar to the wife that was turned into a hind. Aladdin and Genie are able to stop Jafar by tricking him into wishing he was a genie.
The power! The absolute power!
What have you done?
Trust me!
The universe is mine to command, to control!
Not so fast, Jafar! Aren't you forgetting something? You wanted to be a genie? You got it!
What?
And everything that goes with it.
No! No!
I'm getting out of here!
Phenomenal cosmic powers!
Come on, you're the genie! I don't want to
Itty bitty living space.
As you can see by these examples, a story from the 1300s has influenced a movie that was released in 1992 that has reached and touched a lot of not only my youth, but the same youth today. This goes to show that the culture and ideas from long ago can still be passed down through literature. Reading the original Arabian Nights offers a unique experience and look into that culture and makes you appreciate Aladdin and other recent works more.